extra deck zone. Okay, activate the effect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ditch the eyes. And then special summon Dragon Pulse from the deck. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, it's working. What's the big deal here, Chrono? What are you so upset about? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, use the effect. It's banished. Again, there's monsters being left in the extra deck that for Pendulum decks work really well. I can't stress that enough as being a key reason why you need to make sure that you have that. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to do that? Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to add these two. Oop, I meant to go for oath, that's okay. Okay, activate the effect. Okay, and it's a special summon. Alright, and then Pendulum summon. And again, I can only get one of those out. Which again, as you can see, for the most part, seems to be somewhat okay with this deck. But I think it's really going to change things later on in a big way. Okay. And I'm just using cards to use them at this point. I know I've already got it. Okay, so I go ahead and detach here. And again, I'm just trying to show you guys what's happening with this new deck. Or at least the changes that will be coming our way here in the upcoming format in less than a month. For Pendulum decks, there is a big difference, without a doubt. Big difference. So, that's all I have to say about Link Summoning. I don't think I have any other decks to show the impact of that. But both Ignites and Magician Pendulums being affected like that, I can't imagine what that's going to do to other decks. I mean, Performapals, oh, that's a big deal. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about the Anamorphages. They're dead. I mean, look at this, guys. This is crazy. If you think about this next one, let me pick a random person. Okay, now watch this. Like I said, completely dead now, this deck. If there's ever a deck that relies on the extra deck, it's hard. Pendulum-wise, it is this deck. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. Again, you're going to have to get some really crazy Link monsters out to make this work, I feel. Okay, now watch this. This is just crazy. You'll see what I'm saying in just a second. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and burn that. Okay, so now watch this here. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate the effect, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set up my pendulum scales. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and pendulum summon 2. Now watch this. Okay, no problem to get them from the hand. Not a big deal. But remember, with the new rules coming out, I am only going to be able to get one of them back per turn. How do you play this deck without that? Think about that. How do you play a deck like this without that being able to special summon from the extra deck over and over again? I don't know how you do it. Think about it. So again, this is another Pendulum deck that is hurt big time by this. Oh, that was a good card. Very good card. Yeah, that's definite damage. Okay, but watch this. So, right away, okay, that pops, and another pops. That's a lot of cards already just in there. This is just crazy to me. Okay, yeah, Pendulum Reborn will definitely help this deck. But you can only run 3. Okay. Oh, talk about the right hand. Okay, so again, all those cards are just sitting there, and I can only get out one in the new upcoming deck. I mean, it's crazy. Oh man, look at that! What a play! And you'll see what I mean here as soon as the deck gets going, because this is a slower moving deck, unfortunately. That will help. Okay. Okay, so inner battle phase. Alright, and my turn. Oh, okay, nice MSP. Yep, that definitely helps. Okay, and then, yep, there we go. Okay, I'm actually just gonna summon that. Because I can do some pretty good damage with that. Okay, and then I'll end. More face turns. That's always scary to me. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and place that in the pendulum zone to show you what I'm talking about here. And I'm not going to attack. I'm not sure what he's got there. Okay, now watch here. The cost to keep this going is I have to sacrifice a card. You know, it is one of those things, GMB, where you have to really play the deck a lot, or you really got to play it often to understand how this game works. My son and I argued quite a bit when we first started, so sticking with it is key. Okay, so notice I have 4 monsters here. 3 I could get back if I had skills. In the new format, I can only get 1. And you need something to tribute to keep your scales. So again, this is a huge issue, not having this as a possibility. I mean, crazy when you think about it. Okay, that was way too quick. I'm going to have to show with a different one. So how are you, GMB? You've been plugging away at Injustice? I haven't been able to get on recently. I've been doing other things. Okay, so... Oh, good. Yeah, so you'll definitely be able to see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so right away, right off the bat, okay, I'm going to put this here. No, Okay, and then I'm going to put this over here. Now, what you're going to notice is I am going to have to, in order to make this work, I'm going to have to tribute 2 when I start this to keep those scales. So I pendulum summon this from the hand. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and set a card. Alright, and then I end my turn. So my opponent will go ahead and do his thing. Yep, they take, oh, maybe not. I thought they were going to take damage. Oh, no, I don't do anything with that. Yep, main phase 2. Okay, so now as you'll see when we go into this here, okay, so I draw, right, and in order to keep a card, I have to tribute 1. I mean, that's just how this works. So I tribute 1, and I'm going to have to play this in order to get this back. Okay. And then I tribute again to keep the other side. Now I had Pendulum Reborn ready for that. Had I not, what would I do? Okay, so deck hole. Oh, nice. Yeah, so it only takes the 1 out. Okay, so watch here again. Pendulum Summon. Now your goal is to have way more than 1, but notice I only have 1 to get out from the extra deck. That Link Summoning really hurts these Pendulum decks. I'm fine with, again, the fusions being restricted to 1 zone. I feel perfectly fine about fusions and I'm trying to think what else in synchro, but again this really affects the others. So notice I'm gonna have to let that pop, and in order to keep that going I have to pay the cost. Okay, so I set a card. And that's all I can do. I gotta call a turn here. Oh dear, I'm already afraid what's gonna happen here. Oh, that actually worked out fine. Okay. Oh, nice. Yep. Ooh, what does that do? I don't know what that does, screen. I'm taking a quick look here. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Okay, so I pay the cost, so I get rid of 1. But watch, this is where this deck works out just fine. Okay, so I put this in the other Pendulum zone, and then I just go ahead and I Pendulum summon 2 back. But there's a problem. In Link summoning, this wouldn't be possible. So in July, when they release the new stuff, unless you get a Link monster out that allows this to happen, I don't know how you make this deck work. I mean, I picture it being a huge issue. Because you have to have a way to tribute monsters if you're going to keep one on the field.